Hello, guys. My name is Mr. Loza. I teach health and physical education at Mount Vernon Community School, and today is my video number 2. Today we're going to be doing some overhand throwing, and this is going to be, we're going to have a game going where we're going to be doing 2 different types of activities with that. Again, I have picked games that require little to no equipment, and I'm going to show you guys this game for today. But before we go ahead and do our game, we are going to do a warm-up, okay? So as you guys know, it is very important to warm up. You want to be able to have your muscles nice and warm. That way you don't hurt yourself when you are doing the activity, okay? So we're going to be doing a lot of stretching, mainly our arms, our legs a little bit, because one of the games requires us to be jogging around and jogging back and forth, okay? So we're going to start off with our warm-up for stretching first. All right, guys, so we're going to be doing our warm-up first. We're going to be stretching out our arms. We're going to be stretching out our legs and a couple parts of our bodies that we're going to be using today. Okay, so first we're going to start off with our right hand. We're going to put it across our body. Okay, so listen, when I'm putting my hand across my body, we're going to start with my right hand. I'm going to put my left hand over, okay? And I'm going to be using this arm to press it up against my body so that I can feel the stretch in my arm, okay? We're going to be using our dominant hand a lot today, so we're going to stretch that out, okay? So we're going to count to 10, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? Now we're going to switch to the left arm, okay? And again, I'm taking my right and I'm putting it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to take my right arm again, and I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to press it backwards, okay? And again, I'm taking my fingers and I'm pressing my arm all the way back. Look, almost kind of like I'm scratching my back with this hand, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, very good job. All right, so now we're going to be working with, we're going to warm up and stretch out our legs. Okay, so first we're going to be sitting down in this position. I'm going to put my right leg forward, and then I'm going to put my left foot up against my knee. Okay, again, if you can't touch your toes, that's fine. All right, but we're going to try to get that stretch in our calf muscles. Okay, so fingers together, moving forward, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we're going to switch to the left. All right, my right foot is going up against my knee. All right, my legs are straight. All right, my hands are on top of the other, and I'm going to stretch forward, okay? I can't touch my toes because I'm not flexible, but again, even if you're not touching your toes, you are still going to feel the stretch in your calf muscles, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? We're going to do one more for our legs. Again, we're going to be jogging a bunch in this game, so we're gonna stretch out our legs. Okay, so I'm gonna take my foot and I'm gonna hold it here. All right. Again, if you can't hold for whatever reason you can't balance yourself, feel free to maybe put your other hand up against the wall or up against an object. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to do the other leg. Okay, so again, I'm holding it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so the warm-up is a little quick today because I wanted to save time to explain our game. Okay, good job. All right, so today we're going to be working on overhand throwing, okay? So the object that we're going to be using is going to be a socks, okay? In the game, we're going to get 2 pairs of socks. We're going to put the socks in, and we're going to kind of make like a little ball like this. So again, you can take your socks. I have these 2 ankle socks. I'm going to put one sock inside the other sock. All right, so you'll have, this is going to turn it into one. Then I'm going to take the bottom of the sock and I'm going to put it around the top. Okay, so when you do that, it kind of makes like a ball like this that you can throw. Okay, so today I'm going to be explaining the overhand throwing cues. Okay, so cues are the steps of overhand throwing. Okay, so the first one, you got to know what direction you're going to be throwing in. Okay, so I'm going to be throwing it this way, and this is going to be my left hand. This is going to be my non-dominant hand, my hand that I do not write with. I do not do anything with this hand. The hand, my dominant hand, is going to be the hand that I'm going to be throwing the sock with. Okay, so my dominant hand is the hand that I shake hands with. It's the hand that I write with. It's the hand that I'm doing everything with. Okay, I eat with this hand. This is going to be my dominant hand. Okay, this is going to be the hand that you're going to be throwing with. Okay, when I'm doing my cues, I am going to be standing sideways. Okay, so for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm not going to be throwing it toward you. I'm going to be throwing it this way so that you guys can see the steps better. All right. So I'm going to be throwing it towards the wall over here. So when I make my T, the hand that my object is in is going to be behind. Okay, so I'm going to be facing this way that I'm going to be throwing, and you see the object is in my right hand. So the first step is going to be T. All right, T is the first step. The next step is going to be L. Okay, so look how I'm making an L with my object hand. Okay, I'm going to be making an L because it's going to be a lot easier for me to throw when I'm making this L. Okay, so T is the first step, L, and then I'm going to step. So you can't really see my feet because of the camera, so I'm going to point it down. Okay, so you're going to pretend like you can see my T, my L, and then look, when I'm stepping towards my target. Okay, I'm stepping, T, L, step, and then look, I'm going to turn and I'm going to pretend like I'm squishing a bug with this foot. Okay, because if I don't do that with my right foot, then it's going to be hard for me to do the last step, which is T, L, step, and then throw. Okay, so I'm throwing as my last step, and I'm turning, and that leg is helping me turn. Okay, so I'm gonna put the camera up so that you guys can see the steps a lot better this way. Okay, so again, going through the steps, I'm throwing towards this wall. Okay, this is going to be the way I'm pointing, and it's going to be the way that I'm looking. Okay, so when I'm throwing an object, I got to be looking at the object. Okay, in this case, it's the wall, so I'm going to be facing over here. Okay, so T, L, and like you can't see my feet, but I'm stepping, turn, and throw. Okay, so remember, when you finish the throw, you want to follow through. Okay, so again, going over the cues again before we start our game. We're doing T, L, step, turn, and throw. Okay, so that is going to be how I'm going to be throwing today. And make sure that when you are playing these games, that you are in fact saying these cues in your head or saying them out loud. That way, when you start getting better at this, we start playing games like football, baseball, anything that requires you to throw the ball, you're going to be doing these steps more fluidly, and you're going to be executing them a lot better. Okay, but for now, for the purpose of learning and for the purpose of getting the steps into our brain, we're going to be saying T, L, step, turn, throw. All right, while we're doing this. Okay, so now that I've told you guys how to do this, now I'm going to explain the first game. All right, so I'm gonna be showing you guys what you need for this game, and then we're gonna get started playing. Okay, so first things first, you're gonna need 2 socks. like I showed you in the beginning, is going to be the object that you're going to be throwing, okay? You're going to need some tape, and this tape is going to be good for marking off the points of where you're going to be throwing. You can't really see in the video the where I put tape down, but you see right there on the floor, it's going to be one area that I'm going to be throwing it from. So it's just good to have it there. That way it can be a fair game if you're playing this with your parents or if you're playing this with a brother or sister. The other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a laundry basket, okay? So it can be any size. If you don't have a laundry basket, a bucket will do, a box will do, anything that you're going to be able to throw this sock into, all right? So on the last thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a chair, all right? So I have my chair over here at the end, and I'm going to put my basket right there. So that's going to be my target that I'm going to be throwing towards, okay? So those are the objects that I need, and now I'm going to be going into the game, okay? So in this game, we are going to be standing about, let's just say a couple feet, okay? So I'm over here at my chair. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? And if you wanted to go ahead and get your tape and put a piece of tape down there so you know where you're going to be throwing it from, okay? And that way you know where you're going to be standing each time, okay? So in this game, very simple, okay? I'm going to be working on my overhand throwing. I'm going to be standing a little bit off to the side so you guys can see the basket, all right? And I'm going to be using my phone as a timer, okay? We're going to do, let's start off with 1 minute, okay? I'm going to see how many times I can make it in a minute, all right? And then you're going to challenge yourself to see if you can beat your time, all right? So I'm going to have a timer. If you need something to do a timer for, you can go on YouTube and just type in 1 minute timer, all right? And there's going to be a timer. It does have a sound at the end of it that you're probably going to be able to hear when you do that, okay? So I'm going to start this timer, and then I'm going to start throwing it, and I'm going to count how many I get in, okay? And go. All right, there goes my timer. It went off, and I made 10 in, okay? So that was 1 minute. I was able to do 10. If you guys ever wanted to do this game on your own, you can play it with your brothers, you can play with your sisters, you can play with your parents to see how many you guys can each get in a row. Make it a little challenge, see who can get the most, all right? And do it a lot. Let's say I did 10 right now. I can do it again and maybe try to get 11 or 12, okay? Maybe do something like this. Say, oh, if I don't make 10 next time, I'm going to do 10 jumping jacks, okay? And this can help me push myself to make more, okay? All right, so here comes game number 2, okay? So game number 2 is a little bit similar, but also a little bit different. So in this one, we're going to pick one exercise that we're going to do. All right, we're going to actually go a little bit further back this time. So That game we did about 10 feet away. This next game we can do about 15 feet away, okay? If you don't have that much space at home, do the first game 5 feet and then do the next game, like this game, 7 feet, okay? Just as long as you do this game a little bit further back, only because this one is a little bit different, okay? So in this game, we're going to be throwing it at the same target, which is going to be the basket, okay? But this time, we're going to be a little bit further back, so it's going to be a little bit tougher to do, okay? So this time, if I miss, I'm going to do an exercise, okay? So our exercise is going to be, we're going to touch all four corners or all four sides of the room that we are in, okay? We're going to jog and do that. So for example, I'm going to be back here at 15 feet, okay? And I'm going to move over to the side so you guys can see whether I make it or not, okay? Again, I'm going to be working on my cues. I'm going to be doing T, L, step, turn, and throw. All right, let's pretend like, I'm sorry, I made that one. All right, another one. Let's pretend like I missed, okay? So I go T, L, step, turn, and throw, and then I miss for whatever reason, okay? So if I miss, I'm going to be doing that exercise that the exercise that I picked for this game. So this game is going to be touching all four walls of the room, and I'm going to be jogging. So because I missed it, I'm going to jog, and I'm going to touch this wall. I'm going to jog, and I'm going to touch this wall. I'm going to jog and touch this wall, and then I'm going to jog and touch the wall over here, okay? And again, this is if I miss the throw, okay? So we'll do this game. Let's do 3 minutes, okay? So this is gonna make it, it's gonna be kind of a little intense because we're gonna maybe do a lot of exercises depending on how many I miss, okay? And then again, for a timer, you can go on YouTube and type in 3-minute timer, okay? So for this game, again, we're gonna do 3 minutes. And again, you can do as many rounds as you want, okay? And you don't have to do just one round. And if you are playing with your brothers, sisters, or parents, make it a challenge. Let's see how many mistakes or how many misses each person gets in 3 minutes, and whoever has the most misses will do some more wall touches, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this timer, and then I am going to begin, okay? So again, when I miss one, I'm going to do my exercises, okay? Everybody got that? Again, we can do this together, and then, yeah, I'll explain some more stuff when I'm done, okay? So I'm going to put my timer over here, and then 3 minutes is going to start when I say go, okay? So I'm going to grab my sock. And again, I have my tape down here on the floor, so that way I know that I am going to be throwing it from there each time, okay? So 3 minutes starts now, okay? So, alright, I made that one, so I don't have to do my exercise. Okay, I'm going back, and again, you can jog back just to make it more of an exercise. I made that one, going back. T-L, step, turn, throw. Ooh, I missed it. So again, I'm going to jog to one corner, jogging to this one, jogging over here, and now I'm going to touch the last wall. Okay, I'm going back. T-L, step, turn, throw. Made it. T-L, step, turn, throw. Now, so, ooh, I made it. Alright, touching this wall. That wall. Touching this wall. So now, I'm touching that wall, okay? 2 mistakes so far. Minute and 40 seconds left. Yeah, good. again, if I'm running back, it's kind of a good workout because, ooh, I missed. Okay, I'm jogging. 1. One minute left. All right, very good. So I only had 3 mistakes for the 3 minutes. Let's see how many mistakes you guys have, if anybody beat me or if anybody did had more mistakes. Okay, so again, you can play with your family, you can play with your friends to see who can make the least amount of mistakes. All right, now we're gonna do a water break, 1 minute water break. Go ahead and get water, and then we'll come back and do our last game. All right, so we're gonna have one more game left. This game is really fun, and this game is actually a challenge. You guys are gonna be challenging yourselves, and I'm gonna be challenging you guys to see who can get the best score in this game. Okay, so I don't really have a name for this game, but in this game, we're gonna be playing for points. Okay, we're gonna be doing 1 minute and seeing how many points we can get in 1 minute. Okay, so we have I'm gonna have a marker that I can write on these markings on the floor. Okay, so I have my first marking over here, which is going to be from about the game says 10 feet is the first one, and then 15 feet is the second one. But if you don't have room, that much room, it's fine. I do not have 15 feet. This is about 7 feet, and this is about 10 feet. Okay, so I'm going to write down over here the point so that I can on my tape. Okay, do not write on the floor. Okay, so I'm going to put a number 2 down over here, and then I'm going to put a number 3 down over there. So those are the points that I'm going to be getting when I am throwing the sock into the basket. Okay, so if I make it in there, then that's how many points I get, and I'm going to be keeping track of how many points I get. And we're going to be doing a minute. Okay, we're going to be seeing how many points we can get in 1 minute. All right, and I want to see how many you guys can do, and hopefully you guys can do more than me, or if not, come pretty close. Okay, so again, if you need a timer, you can go on YouTube and you can type in 1 minute timer. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. It's a 1 minute timer. And you guys can do that while you are doing this challenge. All right. So I'm gonna put this timer down. I'm gonna put the camera down. You guys may not be able to see the numbers or on the tape on the floor, but if I'm really close to the camera, that's 3 points, and if I'm a little bit closer over here, it'll be 2 points. I'm gonna be standing a little bit to the side of the basket, that you guys can see whether I make it in or not. If I'm standing right over here in front, it's going to be hard for you guys to see. All right, so the 1 minute timer is going to start, and I'm going to be putting up the points on the screen so you guys can see. Okay, and go.
All right, I made a total of 29 points, okay, and that was in a minute. All right, so now I'm curious to see what you guys got. Curious to see what your brothers and sisters or your parents got if they're doing this same game. If you don't have anybody to play with, you can challenge yourselves, okay? If I'm gonna pretend like I'm you guys, if I just made 29 points, I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna see if I can get 30 points. I'm gonna see if I can get 35 points. Again, I'm gonna set some goals for myself. I'm gonna see how many I can get. Okay, so I hope you guys have fun with this. We're gonna do a quick stretch and then we're gonna be done. All right, guys. So very good job. We worked out our arms and we were jogging around, so we were working out our legs. So we're gonna stretch those out just so that way we can end off on a good note. We don't want to not finish off without stretching. Okay, so I'm going to take my right arm, I'm going to put it across, I'm going to put my other arm across, and we're going to do this for 10 seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to grab my elbow. I'm going to put it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to put one foot forward and I'm going to put my right foot forward. I'm going to put my left foot here. Hands together. I'll come across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to add this butterfly one, holding here, over here, and I'm going to go 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, very good job. I hope that you guys like this game. I hope that you guys can play this at home. Very fun game. You can make it really challenging if you have anyone that you're going to be playing with. Again, there's very little to no equipment really needed. I have my sock, I have my tape on the floor, I have my basket and my chair behind me. All right. Again, if you do not have a basket, you can use a box. You can use anything that you can throw it into. Okay. I hope that you guys enjoyed this game, and I can't wait to hear the scores that you guys got. Have a good rest of your day.